And welcome to Grapecast, the show where you do a loop-de-loop and pull and your shoes are looking cool.
Oh my god.
As always,
I wish
I'm
I
your... What?
I wish I could do stuff like that, but I'm not entertaining.
Well, I'll think of pre-intros for you from now on then, Wes.
I love you so much.
Anyway, as always, I am your surrogate Grapecast host, Casey, and along with me on the Skype train, I have Wes
No, I'm not.
and Kyle
I'm here too.
What?
and
Oh.
Cassie
Hi.
and Erica.
Abdus slaves.
Those were some words. Good words, everyone. Good words. Those were some.
Thanks,
Words.
Yep.
thanks. I put a lot of thought into
Yeah,
that.
I felt like it was pretty creative, you know? I feel comfortable with my intro today.
Oh, good,
See,
good.
see, I just improv my intro.
I don't even.
Well, it was good improv.
But yeah, the shoes are looking cool. I thought of that previously.
That's
It's
not
pretty
improv.
amazing.
I know.
That's true.
I'm quite
If
proud.
That's a lie, Casey. You lied to all
If
of
you
us.
think about it previously, then it's not improv.
That's premeditated.
No, that was the only
This
thing
isn't
out of
murder.
what I.
This is
That is the
a
only thing out of
Doesn't
everything
matter.
that I had said previously that I didn't improv.
Premeditated podcast.
Philosophical bears.
Philosophical bears.
I was in that
Are they
band.
gummy
I
bears?
wanna name
Or
something
actual
that, so bad.
bears?
You can name your ska punk metal experimental band that.
Underwears.
Thank you.
Philosophical bears.
Pretty
Philosophical
awesome.
underwater bears.
Oh, nice.
With that hit
Oh.
song that everybody's heard of called Sophocles
Dub bears.
Grizzly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
I feel so out of place right now. Everybody here is from Biglerville and Kyle.
And
I'm not from Biglerville.
And Kyle.
If
Biglerville
anyone's the
and
odd man
God.
out, it's me.
Didn't you go to Biglerville High School, though?
No.
But that's not my hometown.
Well, that's what I meant to say.
But it's where you went to
Oh.
school, Cassie.
Okay,
I went to
I
Rockford.
can have.
So
not
that's
talking
where
about
you're
I don't
from.
care. I'm talking anyway.
Yeah, everybody's talking over everybody else. This is a great
Right.
way to start.
Well,
Isn't
we're
that how it
delayed.
happens normally?
Are we? I don't know.
No, you're not that bad.
We're just funner than a barrel of drunken monkeys.
Yes.
Monkey ease.
Yeah.
That was
So-
monkeys with
So,
monkeys.
Wes,
I had a banana this morning.
We have exciting news from the studio.
Oh.
Like super exciting news.
yeah.
First of
Oh,
all,
is this?
as announced on the page last night. Was it last night or was it the night before? I don't remember. I
It
think
was
it was
last
last
night.
night. It was last night. It was 20 hours ago because I'm looking at the page right now.
There you go.
Excuse me. We are now officially up and running on iTunes. Our first official and currently only episode available on iTunes, free for download, is Potluck Recipe.
Nice.
But starting next week, after the second year anniversary, all new shows will be available on iTunes for free download.
And I'm excited about that.
I am too.
Oh, yeah.
Because Wes and I have
Speaking
been
of
brain-
next week,
Wes and I have been
Go ahead.
brainstorming for the last month thereabouts, just about all the stuff we can do, and we're getting it all started. Starting on March 1st, or at least that's when we're recording things. But yeah,
So this was the big news I'm allowed to hear about that one time.
yes, that's what this is.
Ah.
no, the big one that you weren't allowed to hear about for a long time, which is now up on the page. Also starting next week, it's the first official run of Videocast. Casey mentioned, what was it, last week? That
Yes.
the second year anniversary will be a video show.
Yes.
not only will that episode and every episode after that be uploaded to iTunes, but that episode and every episode after that will
If
be.
we can muster it, that is.
I am willing to undergo that task, but every episode after that will be a video podcast and will be available on iTunes for your entertainment.
Do we want to say...
If I take part in that, can my video be my computer screen? I thought it might be funny because, I could, write comments and stuff and draw funny pictures in the podcast. And you could see, just a little window, whatever everyone else's size is.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tiny little thing.
If we ever have to do Grapecast for whatever reason, which I hope we don't, but if we ever have to do Grapecast during this new format, we can just all have video screens as is. And you can do that.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm
Cool.
shy.
Right.
All right.
And
Right.
Casey and I were talking last night, this morning. I forget when.
Last month.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yester tomorrow.
Yes,
We were
sir,
talking
tomorrow.
eventually.
I like that. Cassie, I have to thank you very much for promoting us on your thing. So
I've
Go
got
ahead.
a big show I'm going to do tonight, and I'm going to play the first one that y'all have up on iTunes right now tonight.
Yes.
So
Oh.
I'll make a little button for it. Unless anybody wants to give me a button with a logo, I'll just kind of slap something together. And it'll show on the top left of my screen while it's playing. So people will know what they're listening to, and then I'll just make a chat link available for people if they want to go download it.
And
Nice.
Cassie, would you like to tell everyone here on the Grapecast what this show is, so anybody who's watching who doesn't know about it already can go see it?
About my stuff?
Yeah.
That? Oh, okay.
I figure
Well,
we might as well use the most power that we have to help bump your stuff, even though your stuff is far more popular than our stuff.
Well, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I do art. I've recently got into a little bit of very derpy digital art, but I am apparently now a professional streamer, meaning that I make money off of streaming my art. So I have a page on Justin TV, and it's just JustinTV/Punkae, Punkae. And there I stream all the arts. Some of it's not kid-friendly. Actually,
Most of it.
89.9% of it is not kid-friendly, but
That's the good kind
Anyway,
of art, though, right?
yeah. I do commissions, so I end up doing a lot of my commissions on my stream, and a lot of my commissioners are fans of not safe for work art. So, yeah.
Well, we're a not safe
Sounds
for
like the
work
majority of
podcast, so
everybody.
it's okay. It works out.
Casey,
Yeah.
you should have Cassie draw you some fan art for your roommate.
Oh Lord.
Like, ask her to
Yes, she
ship us
should.
together.
Yeah.
What's
Ship.
What's the
Call
deal
the
with
ship.
the?
Well, allow me
Explains
to
it.
continue on explaining how
God,
I'm trying.
no.
I'm
Kyle,
trying.
what did you do?
This is a terrible idea, but I'm
Yeah.
going to explain it to Cassie anyway because I don't think she knows yet. I'm trying to convince my roommate that I'm gay because he's homophobic,
Oh no.
and he's a douchebag. He's a womanizer and a douchebag towards all the women that he knows, and
Oh gee.
yeah, he's one of those people. He's one popped collar short of being the worst person imaginable.
He's one of
So-
those guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's.
So he only has half his collar popped?
Well, if he wore collars, he would probably have half a collar.
How
popped.
do you do that?
You like? I guess you like.
How do you do that?
You just lift the back or something. I don't know.
Magic.
Though
Yeah.
You lift up one side.
You
The
rip
other
your
day-
collar in
So,
half.
so you want some homoerotic art to put on your wall?
No, for the love of God, no.
Yes, we did.
I've already decided that I just can't. For a while, I was trying to imply very subtly that I was in fact gay, but I just can't do it anymore.
That's
foot punch.
Daylight come and we wanna go home.
That was a good harmony. I like that.
I was confused momentarily.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah,
Do continue.
his girlfriend shows up. They're doing their just being completely gross
Canoodling.
about it. Because when I'm here on campus and I'm many miles away from my actual girlfriend, I engage what I like to call I engage
As
in
compared to your pretend girlfriend.
yeah, exactly. The one who's standing on the ceiling currently.
I just looked up at my ceiling. Go on.
I have to engage in what I call hypothetically single college mode, in which I'm just bitter about every couple on campus ever.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
So, the unfortunate thing that ends up happening is that the snow starts coming down right as they get here. So they're snowed in and can't leave. I'm sitting, and I can't leave either because of the snow. So I'm stuck in a room with Ass Tree and girlfriend number 37,
Oh, God.
and for a good 48 hours. It was awful.
Ew.
Now, in the meantime, I decided that the best course of action, if I was going to make the most of this, I decided the best course of action would be to imply very discreetly, but yet obvious enough, so that his girlfriend thinks that Matt has a thing for me.
Okay, then.
Yeah. And so I think I pulled it off pretty well. Every time I ever was like part of their conversation, whenever they were just talking about whatever, I would refer to my boyfriend Stacy.
Go on.
That is like the audio version of JPEG compression. Oh god, it's horrible. It's ripping my ears apart.
Oh, I hear it.
I can't stop. Did I forget how?
You have to close out the app.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot how.
Ow.
God, how to what?
It's okay.
But my greatest triumph out of all of that was when, for whatever reason, the conversation between the two of them happened to turn into, we should just start having children.
Right now.
Yeah, no, please no.
You want to make my babies? Sure, why not?
So here's what I said when they started talking about that. I was like, it's a good thing that I'm not in your place, I said to my roommate. I said, I couldn't get the person I'm dating pregnant even if I tried. And so the girlfriend is like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm like, yeah, it kind of sucks. We might adopt someday though. and I added in like with a small smirk, I was like, let's just say that they are infertile.
Herb.
And then I come in the room. What he's trying to say is the person he's with has a dick.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, Tallyman.
Daylight come and we wanna go home.
Folks!
Did I just hear folks?
Maybe.
No,
All right.
your imagination.
So yeah, I don't know if it worked or not, and I don't really care at this point. That was as far as I was willing to go.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yes, it is.
I'm still, however, going to leave him that fan fiction I wrote.
Wrote
at the end of the
fan-
semester. Cassie, have you not heard the fan fiction? I thought you were there when I read it.
I don't think I was there.
I'll read it after.
I was there.
I'll read it after the
Oh my
podcast so
God.
you can hear it.
Just
Oh,
email it to her.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrible, and
Is it like really grody?
Is it what?
Is it like really grody? Like
It's not.
just the typical fan.
It's not grody. It's just suggestive. Also, I'm rich.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So yeah. I will talk about the results when the time comes for that, because I'm going to just like, my friend from college, Amber, has a bunch of perfume at her house, and I'm like, I want you to get me the sluttiest perfume you own. I'm gonna spray a printed out piece of paper with the fan fiction on it. I'm gonna spray the perfume all over it, put it in an envelope, and leave it on his bed, and then just leave.
Don't forget the glitter. You can't forget the glitter.
No, I think that's going a little far.
don't-
I do not need crafting supply herpes all over that.
No.
He's gonna be mentally scarred
Me
enough
too.
if he
No,
even
her-
attempts to read it. Because at first I'm sure
hilarious.
he's not gonna know who it's from if I just like put his name on an envelope and just leave it there and have this slutty perfume coming out. He'll probably think like, oh, I must have a secret admirer or something like that. And I'm thinking one of two things is gonna happen because as a result of this terrible, terrible idea I have.
It was terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Possibility number one is he will see it and not even bother. Like, I'll maybe open it, but once I see what it is, I'll be too horrified to read it and throw it
Yeah.
away. Or option number two, he will read it and be scarred for life. One way or another,
That's what we're hoping.
what I'm hoping for is this scenario right here. Because I'm going to leave it on his bed when I leave after the semester is over. Because I'm not going to be rooming with him after this. I'm going to change roommates.
Good.
So what I'm hoping will happen is I'll leave it on the bed, leave, he'll find it, read it, and then later on in the day or something, I'll get a Facebook message that just says, "Dude, what the fuck?" And I won't ever reply.
That's hilarious.
I'll just let him
Leave him wondering.
leave him wondering, exactly. The romance that could have been.
Yeah. And then he's like, man, I missed out.
That's
No.
pretty interesting.
It's really
Or-
it's just an experiment. See what happens.
pretty-
Or what you could do after when he messaged you, he's like, dude, what the fuck? You could just like go Jason Bourne
Oh, yeah, I've
and-
forgotten everything.
and just become a new person. Like Casey Coulter never existed. It was all just this big, like elaborate imagination that he had.
Wow.
Like I convinced, with the help of some other people around me, who are very, very smart and very, very perceptive of what I was doing, I convinced someone that I was a figment of their imagination, and they had spent too much time outside, and they've contracted hypothermia, and I was just a hypothermic mirage to them.
I think you were
and
the
everyone else around me was like, they were looking at this person like, who are you talking to? Who are you yelling at? There's no one there. And
my God.
I think you
This
are the
chick
only
was-
person in the universe, Wes, who can pull that off.
Yeah.
I did. Because she did. This chick didn't know who I was. It's like, who are you? I'm like, I'm no one. I'm a figment of your imagination. No, you're not. It's like pointed at one of the girls that I was with. She's like, who is he? I don't know who you're talking about. There's no one there. See, I told you, I'm a figment of your imagination. They can't see me, but you can. You need to go back inside and get warm because you're obviously suffering from hypothermia outside in the snow for too long.
That's great.
That's
Great.
hilarious.
That is pretty awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
So, one thing I wanna touch on real quick, while we were talking about the
Touch.
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 Go on.
Hello?
While I
We're
was
done
at
talking.
working at yeah, I was just waiting. It was a dramatic pause. While I was working yesterday, I saw perhaps the douchiest looking person ever.
Your roommate?
Wow.
Or at least on campus. Because
Roommate?
there are probably
Vince?
douchier people out there, but I don't know. This guy was supremely tanned, like Italian tan. To use a rather blunt phrase, he looked very Guido-ish.
Ew.
He looked exactly like that kind of person. Like he hopped out of the ocean of Jersey Shore.
Did
he
he
didn't
like
even
have plucked eyebrows and gelled
probably
hair?
his face looked like there was nothing to it other than his face, if that makes any sense.
His face had nothing to it other than his face.
Like no blemishes or anything. It was just like completely smooth or whatever.
How fucking stoned are you right now?
I'm bleeding all over the place.
You're bleeding all over the place.
He's
Yeah,
stoned, like throwing stones.
I have a cold sore and it exploded.
Oh.
Ew.
Ruh-roh.
Oh.
Well, you asked, and I had to tell you.
I didn't say who. I just said.
Ew.
Well,
I
Well,
said
now
ew.
you know. Anyway, this guy, he had the perfect Guido face. His hair was all gelled up, and he was wearing yellow shorts and a pink and white striped polo shirt with the collar popped.
Ew.
So there you go.
Sounds like my
Yeah.
idea of the perfect man, clearly. Ugh.
Yeah, obviously. I think that's the exact opposite direction.
Gross.
So anyway, I've talked enough for the majority of this podcast. Somebody else bring up something.
Speaking
what was
of,
the thing you were
speaking
saying
of
I said
seeing
about
things,
Valentine's Day? I don't. Tell me
I could have
anything.
sworn you were talking about how you had a really bad Valentine's Day or Valentine's weekend because something happened.
You were
No.
drunk. Go home, Casey. You're drunk.
Or losing way too much blood right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing that I'm trying to think what happened over last weekend. No, nothing that I can think
We could
of
throw
happened.
some random words at her to try to spark her, memory or
Maybe.
something. Like
Erica was too drunk to remember.
No, that was Tuesday. I was fine over the weekend, Wes. Oh.
Mm,
Hey, you told me in the car that you hadn't stopped drinking from the last Tuesday night that we went out.
so obviously
I
you
just
forgot
assumed.
everything.
I forgot
Obviously you
about that,
forgot that entire
yes.
She's
week.
got-
I drank every single day, all day, every day. I never even slept.
It's okay,
day,
Erica. It's okay, Erica.
Very
I
well.
don't remember 2007.
I remember it quite vividly.
I'm pretty sure I remember
Those are my
2007
sober
either,
years.
but
When did that happen?
Whenever
Where was it
2007 was a thing.
I don't think I even have anything good to read from that lady on my Facebook who can't spell. She hasn't been on lately.
That's too
Ugh.
bad. Maybe she knows you're exploiting her terrible grammar.
I know. Let's go. Well, yesterday she posted a picture of horses, and she was like, "These are this specific breed," and it was
I thought,
two
I
blobs
thought you were
of
gonna say
juice.
these are horses.
And it's this blob of horses that she took a picture of on her computer, I think.
That's weird.
I guess I can always go back in the archives and find something funny to read from her that I've never read to.
You can do that. Well,
people
while
on
you're
here.
looking, Cassie, you said you have stuff to talk about.
oh, I have all the stuff to talk about.
I'm
So-
excited.
I have 3 things, but I don't know how long they'll take. So, the first is I was on DeviantArt and I was on the forums, and one of my friends had said something about like, "What's the weirdest thing your pet has ever done?"
Oh,
And I was
boy.
sitting there trying to think, like, to separate one weird thing, because my dog is like, she's just weird, okay? Like, one of her favorite things to do is to shake her head until her ears flop inside out, and then just run around with her ears inside out.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
sounds like what a dog
I
would
feel-
do.
I think your dog is broken. You're gonna
my
need to
lizard
install the
watches
latest
TV.
update. You can't keep
My
ignoring
liz-
those Java updates. You have to update eventually.
And how do
Yeah.
these Java updates show up for said dog? Does it just appear on their back and their fur?
Whenever they
Or
leave
do
you
like
presents.
bubbles appear above their head like a floating computer screen? Kinda.
Boop, beep.
You
Yeah.
know their Java needs updated when
Or do
I
you
don't
have
even
a
know, I couldn't
robot
complete
dog?
the thought.
Do you have a robot dog?
I'm pretty sure she's not a robot.
doesn't
Do
even know
robots
she's
smell
a
really bad?
They can, yes. Robots can smell very bad,
Then maybe.
especially when they
But
wear ski masks.
whoa. Well,
Yeah, okay.
mine she sometimes does, but most of the time not. So she might be a robot or she might not. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I thought it'd be an interesting question to
If
bring
dog smells, you may or may not have a robot.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just open up that question to anybody else, because, like, I know, Erica, I know you have, or at least had last I knew, a quite interesting cat that you might want to share some
Twiggy.
stuff about.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very interesting. Is my little snake.
My pets aren't necessarily weird. They're just derpy.
Derpy's a good word.
Well, yeah.
My cat, she has not mastered the. We've had her for almost 9 years, and she has not mastered the idea of if a door is just, like, it's not closed completely, but you know what I mean. And you could just push it open.
Yeah.
She hasn't mastered the idea of just, squeezing her head through and then wiggling her body in. Now she gets up on her hind legs and throws the door open as hard as she can. So it goes
Okay.
across.
Like just battering rams it through the door.
Yeah, fucking battering ram. And then she'll walk
That's
in.
awesome.
She'll walk in. I'm like, "What's up, Twiggy?" And she goes, and then down the hallway. I'm like, "The fuck did you throw my door open for then?" I came home the other night after going to Angie.
She's like a goldfish where she only has like a 3-second memory.
I think
Walks
so.
in and goes, "Why did I come in here? Oh, this room looks interesting."
Run away!
Well, I came home the other night from Angie's and she came and met me at the door. And then she led me back to my room and was in it she was in here for maybe a minute and then back down the hallway. I'm like, "Did you have to show me to my room?"
Your cat, the
Come
butler.
with me, and you'll be in a world of...
Oh,
Something
since you
like
brought that up, I found this interesting. I read this thing the other day that whenever they did that part of the movie in Willy Wonka, that the people on the boat didn't know that was going to happen. The actors had no idea it was going to be that scary. So they were actually literally terrified in that part because they had no idea.
I did know that. Also,
Wait,
the
they didn't know
teacup
what?
that they didn't know they hadn't seen the set before.
They knew they were going. Yeah, they didn't see the set, and they knew about the boat ride. Like they had the lines, but they thought it was just going to be, just basic little tiny boat ride. They didn't know they were going to go through the tunnel and have him sing that terrifying song and have all the weird spooky lights, and they'd be like, "What is this?"
That's hilarious.
And that's the first time that we found out about midgets.
Come on, buds,
Oh.
drink my suds, slip into a
I think I may
world
have
of pure
found-
inebriation.
You'll be tanked like the whole Irish nation.
All right, so I found a good status that this lady posted back on Christmas Eve. I won't, WHONT, to get up. But I've, without an E, got to, space. We are going to Dad's today to get ready, REDDY, for the Christmas Eve party with 2 T's tonight, space. It is going to be fun and happy, happy. Space. I thank space. Ha ha ha. We either EATHER way we all with be together TOGEHER tonight. Space.
You know what she sounds like reading that?
What?
When you read that, you sound like, when you can get a Mac to read off the sticky note or something.
Yes.
Or like the amazing writing machine or something like that.
And it doesn't understand some words, so it just like says them really randomly and like reads the letters out. It's great.
Well, that's the thing. If you read that, you wouldn't know what she was saying either. Where was I? So if you don't hear from me tomorrow, TOMROW, I mean one of two things. Space dot space. Either we had a RELLY space good time, or we all got made at each other and we are in the ER. Ha 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 ha. Lol. Have a Mari and God bless.
have a Mari Christmas where everyone gets accused of
here's another one.
Have a Mari Christmas in which everybody has to pay their alimony.
It's like listening to text-to-speech on my laptop.
Yeah.
It's like she had a stroke. It's like she had a stroke constantly throughout typing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so today is a hard day for me. Space.
No.
With the loss of Uncle UNKEL Alonzo, like Uncle Cracker apparently. Space
Uncle
dot
Cracker.
I feel FILL like in a way the loss of one of my own parents. Space dot space. It was the same when Aunt as in the bug Brenda passed. PAST. When we were kids, were without the E at the end. R, and she meant like our family, but she put RARE. Families, FAMILYS, would always be together. My cousins, together. My cousins, KUZENS, were without the E. More like brothers with a U, and sisters with 4 S's. SISSTERS. My heart, HART.
Brian with 8 Y's.
Yes. Julia with 9 O's. Space dot space. My heart, HART, is he Abby today. I know I can't go to be with them at this heart-bracking time. She spelled heart again without the E. I want them to know my thoughts, THOTS, and prayers as in possessive, are with them. I love you all. And then she names a bunch of people. My God be with you all on this day. In Jesus' name I pray.
Not your God, just mine.
Just mine.
I have to wonder if this person actually went to school because ouch.
There's something I have to There's something I have to mention. I just thought of this now, talking about a reference to Brendan Crick. Wes and Erica, you remember when we went to the comedy show on Tuesday, and Brendan Crick came up and he was talking about how he got in a fight at Millersville, and Amber was there.
And how he used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amber and I looked at each other and we were both like, did he go to the same Millersville we go to? And it was funny because he had mentioned, like, why is it that everyone who lives on campus is named Chad? Like, you see a group of 5 guys walking by and you say, hey Chad, and they all look over. And I was like, that's funny because
he doesn't go to Millersville. He just lives near there and knows a lot of people there. He doesn't go to.
No, I know that. I just thought it was funny that he was stereotyping like that, and I'm like, that's funny and yet completely inaccurate. Motherfucker, the next day I hear 3 separate people calling on 3 other separate people Chad.
What?
Chad? I see 3 different Chads. I was just like, that's not real.
This isn't real life.
This is clearly just fantasy.
Very bad.
So, do you guys want to hear about my fantastically weird dream last night?
Do tell.
I woke up.
Considering you practically draw naked people for a living, this should be interesting.
It's not related in any way, but it's weird. Yeah, I know. I could throw in a naked somewhere. We're playing Mad Libs with my story.
No,
Just
you have to
give
be
me a
just be genuine.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you the. All right. So I woke up this morning when Kyle's alarm went off, and like him and some of our family is going back to our old house. They're going back to our old house. Sorry, don't judge me. I'm trying to read what I wrote at the same time, and my grammar's not coming out right. Anyway, so
My grammar
You
just
cannot work.
Ken has not read and talk at the same time.
Not
So he had to get up early to go somewhere, basically. And when I woke up, I was like, "Oh my goodness, you should hear about this dream I just woke up from." And I told him, and he just blinks at me, and he's like, "What the?" and walks out of the room.
I can just imagine him saying that. What?
Yeah. Okay. So in my dream, I was my own twin. Like I had a twin sister, an identical
I
twin
think
sister.
you picked a great place to start.
Yeah. Anyway,
I have a twin.
the dream starts out with like, I don't know, random dream stuff, and then it morphs into this story that's like an elaborate like movie type thing. And so in my dream, I'm my own twin, and in the middle of the night, my twin is murdered by an unknown entity who thought it was me.
Oh no!
Because it was supposed to be me that they killed, because but I don't know why until the end of the dream. Anyway, so my twin had a migraine and she went to bed early, but like she was in my room because she wanted to talk to me later, but I went out to take a walk, and when I was out walking in the middle of the night she was killed. And when I came back home, like it was chaos, and my parents knew that I was the one who was supposed to be dead, but that I wasn't dead. So I assumed my twin's identity because I was supposed to have been killed by this thing. Anyway, so at the end of the dream, I have no idea what spurred this dream. It was so freaking weird. Anyway, so I find out that everyone in my family is witches. Yes, witches. And that
Nice.
that this unknown entity wanted to it wanted to like raise my power and kill me because I supposedly was like powerful or something, but didn't even know I was a witch. I don't know. Anyway,
this smells suspiciously of a plot that Tumblr would think of.
Yeah, and then I woke up and was like, "What the hell?"
I think everybody has dreams like that. You just wake up and go, "What the fuck was that?"
Well, no,
I had that one where
dream. Sorry, go on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I had a dream about a week ago or so that I killed Mike O'Donnell, one of the comedians, and
the stoneriest comedian ever.
I don't know how I killed him. I just know I killed him. And he was in a brick house.
You're a witch.
And I set the brick house on fire. And then I tied the house onto my car, drove the house to the middle of my street, and the house sat in the middle of the street on fire. None of my neighbors came out or anything. They thought it was normal, I guess, for houses to be on fire in the middle of the street. And this brick house burned to the ground to crumbles.
Wow.
And because bricks obviously burn. And
bricks are fun.
Yeah, and then after all the fire was done, everyone comes outside like, what was that? And we go out to the street and there's a burnt body laying there, so the police show up. And I'm like, oh my god, I killed him. What if the police what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then suddenly, the fourth doctor showed up.
Of course.
Naturally. And he's like, what happened? And I told him what happened, and he gets close to me, he says, just don't tell him you did it. And then walked away.
What? What? I have to admit though, if you're not done. Yeah.
That's okay. And that's how it ended, and my only thought when I woke up was, thank God I don't have to go to jail. Not that, oh my god, I killed Mike, or what the hell just happened. It was, I'm not going to jail.
Yeah, I definitely have dreams like that where I think, I'm glad I don't have to do something trivial.
Yes, well, because going to jail is very trivial.
Kind of like before I started working, I had one of those like anticipating something big that you have to do dreams. I had a dream where I was working a slushy machine and it broke down and I had no idea what I was doing. And I woke up being like, wait a minute, Anchor doesn't have a slushy machine. Yes, I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Last night I also dreamed about how to fix a picture I was working on yesterday, and I woke up and I did it. And was like, what?
I figured out how to fix a pig.
Yeah, one of my favorite to tell people about weird dreams, probably one of the strangest dreams I've ever had. I don't know, Wes, you might remember this, because I had it back when, like, I was in school, and I'm pretty sure I told everyone about it. But anyway, it was about my ex-boyfriend, and he was a serial killer, and he murdered all of my friends. And I was so disturbed by this, right? I was, like, terrified. Like, what the hell? Brain, what are you doing? This is just weird. And I got to school, and I was very distraught. And, like, I had a horrible nightmare, guys, to my friends. And they're like, oh, what was it about? And I told them, and they all started laughing at me. And then they wanted to know, how did he kill me? And I'm like, what are you... No, that's not how this goes. Like, what? But yeah, it was definitely pretty disturbing and one of the weirder dreams that I've had. But it was funny because that was just, like, the least probable thing to ever happen. But anyway.
I also had a dream that our toilet exploded.
Whoa.
Like... it just exploded. I don't remember anything in the dream except going into the bathroom and it just shot water out at me. And just exploded.
It didn't burst into pieces, it just went goosh.
On that
note, the toilet the toilet itself did not explode, it's just water shot everywhere. And I mean
just
everywhere.
You know,
and I just
Old
stand
Faithful
there like,
out of your toilet.
Yeah.
I'm just shielding myself from this water, and I can't even move. I'm just like putting my arms up because that's going to cover toilet water from getting all over me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Arms are the best protection. But anyway, oh my.
Anyway.
But anyway,
because that works.
Yeah, you've got to stop, dropping.
I don't really know where we can go from that. Exploding toilets, really. We've reached the end of the internet.
We have reached the end of the internet.
Did we?
Huh. I've got one more, if y'all want to hear it. One more.
Go for it.
So, I was doing a lot of art this week. Sorry if all I talk about is art. It's kind of all I do. Anyway.
That's okay.
I don't, actually. Because I don't.
Huh? Yeah.
I said what? You know. I don't.
All I ever do is play video games and use an outdated Super Nintendo game to make music.
Oh, yeah.
And all I ever do is watch Dr. Who
living the life of a straight-up thug there, Casey.
Yeah, I know. I have a bandana on my head and everything.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's the way to do it.
So, anyway, this just disturbed me, okay? So, one of my friends... First off, I get to do the most interesting things for him, mostly just bondage pictures, which I think people assume that's all I do now, because I do so much work for him.
Bondage pictures, all right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's got this thing for a character from the anime/manga called Hellsing. I don't know if anyone's heard of it, but anyway.
Nope.
I have.
So
nope, I don't anime.
Of course you have. All I do all day is watch anime.
I don't know, I've seen some, but I'm not like an anime freak or anything, but I had to do a lot of research to find out what the...
I don't anime. No anime.
You don't anime? Oh, well, there's some really good shows out there. I don't know. I'm just as happy watching, like, or something. I like crime TV. Anything to do with mystery and murder is cool.
That's why you had that dream.
Probably.
You stayed up too late watching 48-hour mysteries, drinking, eating ice cream right out of the box.
Such murder, very much.
I don't know why ice cream comes in boxes now, but they do. And you fell asleep and had that dream. ice cream.
Too many Hardy Boys
Ice
and
cream
Nancy
comes
Drew
in
mysteries when I was a
box-shaped
kid.
cartons.
It's a box, 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 it's a box.
Oh, show.
Okay.
So I like normal. I have to look up like what the person looks like so I can draw them and not suck at it. Usually sucks anyway, but it helps a little bit.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
what most people tend to do.
Yeah. So I was like, gee, I don't know if any of you guys are comic fans, but there's some pretty funny like I don't know, DC and Marvel's put out some pretty funny comics in the past, like artists that look like they know what they're doing, but if you pick it apart, it's pretty hilarious. But anyway, so I found pictures of this girl. Her name is Saris Victoria. She's a vampire. Spoilers, vampires and Helsing. Anyway,
Oh no!
whoa, since it's so anyway, I ruined it for everyone.
I have no idea
anyway.
what you just tried saying because I heard blah 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 blah.
So
I think Kyle just swallowed Wes.
Do you speak well?
Everybody drown.
Wow, that was impressive.
That was pretty impressive. So
You're fantastic. You're welcome, Internet.
You guys are the amazing duo. We need to come up with a name as a collective for the two of you.
I already said it. Kyle swallows Wes.
Oh. That should be a band name.
I was in that band, Kyle Swallows Wes. Go ahead. I dare you. Somebody asked me what that hit song was. Somebody asked me. That hit song called "A Man suddenly and voraciously swallows hot boiling jizz into another guy's open, gaping, eager mouth."
Lovely.
Otherwise known as Casey's fanfiction.
Almost as bad as...
Yeah, not anymore.
Wow. Almost as bad as Fall Out Boy's song titles. They're 20 words each.
Yeah.
So I realized two things whenever I look up this art.
Oh, wait, I forgot we were actually talking about something.
Yeah, I don't know. I was reading my thing and I remembered, but...
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
With something. I love in that one episode of Game Grumps where Aaron was talking about his talking toilet. Oh no, there's a problem with this call.
What?
Erica disappeared.
Okay, I was like, I can still hear you.
Okay, you guys are still there. I'm gonna keep talking. They're talking about Aaron's talking toilet, so whenever you rolled the toilet paper, it would sing a parody version of Fall Out Boy. So it'd be like, you're sitting down and you're taking a dump, or maybe you're standing up peeing. It would make more sense if you're pooping, 'cause you're using that toilet paper sitting and pooping.
Wow. just wow.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah, you just ruined it for me forever. Anyway,
I'm sorry. Fall Out Boy kinda sucks.
You know what? I hate you all. I kind of like them.
That's okay. I used to like them also.
But some of their new music's okay. Actually, their one new song, I was listening to it and I was like, wow, they must be really inspired by Michael Jackson because they have a real Michael Jackson cadence going on here because some of his older songs, the way he puts his lyrics together, the rhythm of it, I'm like, this is really similar. I don't know if anyone else would ever notice that, but it's kind of weird.
Well, anyway, continue with your story. Erica disappeared. We'll just have to keep going without her for now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, doo.
So I realized two things. One, they use a lot of black, and there's blood everywhere, in this manga. It's just buckets of blood everywhere all the time. I don't even know how people can have that much blood. So they must
Did you know you are literally full of blood?
Holy crap.
Mind-blowing facts.
After watching both Hellsing and Hellsing Unlimited, which was the better version, I realized that this is probably one of the more graphic, gory animes that I have ever seen, and I have seen a lot of them.
So you've seen it then? Okay, well, someone knows what I'm talking about. Have you seen any of the manga?
No one's paying attention to you.
I said earlier that I had seen it, but nobody cares.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's only when we burst
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cry.
You are worthy. You're okay. Don't be sad.
You're upsetting Grandma's feelings.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you probably forgot it was me, but I'm back.
No, I didn't.
I'm back.
So,
I'm back in the saddle again.
Although I don't usually sit on saddles anymore because it chafes my posterior.
It does a lot.
You know how hard it is to ride a horse these days when your ass has gone flabby.
Flabby ass sailors.
Okay, Cassie, continue. We're interrupting you.
I'm almost done. All right, and
we can get through this together.
Don't wait, Dom. I hope you finish.
I can't even do it. I just can't.
That's really bad considering where this is going. Anyway,
oh god.
Where's this going?
I know where it's going.
It's going.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
That is exactly where this is going. Okay.
Oh god.
So, for those of you who didn't know, before Hellsing was an actual manga and an actual anime, it was a hentai. I was like, what?
Delicious.
So one of my friends is like, yeah. And I'm like, no. And he's just like, yeah. And links it to me. And I'm like, what? No. Just nope. It's only 16 pages. But at the end, I was just like, oh my god, my life just over. Wow.
Give us a taste.
It's, it's just bad, really. It's just really bad. It's gross.
Give us a hint.
So
I want to lick
it. Okay.
No, you don't.
Nope. Anyway, there was a lot of vampire dick everywhere.
Oh god. Do the dicks suck blood too? Do the dicks suck blood too?
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, that's
it's only
disgusting.
60 pages.
Why would you say that?
It's not that in depth for hentai.
The dicks have their own fangs.
No, ew. That's gross. Anyway,
when you say vampire dicks, that's the first thing I thought of. I can't help it.
Wait, that's
like
the
a
first thing you
vacuum
thought
hose.
of when you heard vampire dicks?
You didn't think of like Edward
I thought of
Cullen's
something
sparkly
completely
dick?
different.
Because that's what I would think of. Like, oh my. Anyway, yeah. So
I think of the Jim Carrey movie where he was a virgin and he goes out to a strip club and some vampire chick like picks him up because she only drinks blood from virgins.
What the fuck movie were you watching?
Whoa.
I don't remember what it was called, but it was
seen enough hentai.
It was a really funny movie. The best part is she only drinks blood from the thigh of a virgin. She won't like bite you in the neck. So she has this machine that looks like you're supposed to be giving birth on that she straps you onto and spreads your legs so she rips your pants off.
What?
The end of the movie was the
I
resolve
feel like
to
this is
movie.
probably a fetish or something.
No. The resolve to this movie
It's a
was
Jim Carrey fetish.
the Jim Carrey had to no longer be a virgin, so he took he had to take he took a girl into a coffin and they made love in a coffin.
What?
Do you know how cramped a coffin is for one person?
Yes.
Wow.
How do you fit two moving, grinding
I
people?
totally know.
They're both very skinny and short.
They're midgets.
Yeah. It's a super deep coffin.
That's what she says.
So yeah, like the character that I was drawing was in the original, the hentai, only she had black hair, not blonde hair for some reason. I guess it was like before they developed her character. It's kind of gross. It's just like a village of people gets slaughtered, blood everywhere, classic Helsing, just blood
Right.
everywhere. And then, like, 2 vampires kidnap her because I don't know. In Helsing, spoiler, if you're a person who is not a virgin and a vampire bites you, you become like a zombie. It's called a ghoul. But if you're a virgin, you can be turned into a vampire. Anyway, so the guy.
Okay, that's how that works.
Vampires.
Vampire dicks everywhere. Yes.
Is because everyone who watches hentai likes rape.
Sounds interesting.
Of course.
Everywhere.
And Helsing Unlimited.
Everywhere, and all the black
there's literally
it's like
rivers
everything
of
is
blood.
black in that anime, and
Especially from an office.
so black.
Everywhere.
Everyone wants office.
So yeah, it has a funny ending though. Like,
Yeah, my
what? Oh my God, she lived.
So,
My
she
computer.
lived. So the moral of the story is
I live.
don't hentai because it's weird. And if you didn't
don't
know,
ever
hentai
hentai.
actually
Do not ever.
It-
No one should ever.
it
hentai,
actually
ever.
literally translates to weird. So
Really.
Of course.
And
yeah,
they're
that's what
okay.
it means.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Don't hentai, and if you do hentai safe, wear sunglasses or something.
Or softcore it.
Yeah,
No, you just need to know how to hentai.
that's.
Or just learn how to
If you
hentai.
I'm
need
not very
lessons,
good at
come talk to
hentai.
me.
I cringed
I
and
don't
was
want
like, and that's like I draw naked bodies all day long for money, and that was gross.
Yeah,
to
you'd
me.
think you'd be desensitized or
You
something.
It wasn't the
practically do make
nudity. It
hentai.
was the ew. I don't know. Just I don't have any problem with
It was
naked
just-
anime.
It was just, oh, that guy has several dicks coming out of his back.
ew.
That's
No, it
normal,
was-
right?
I'm just not
I think
into
that's
the whole, non-consensual sex thing, and it was like, ew. Ugh.
It just keeps getting worse.
Each individual
Okay.
predator is replaced.
Okay, I have one thing to talk about before we end off here. And that is the weirdest and yet greatest indie game I've ever found, ever.
Okay.
Awesome.
Usually I don't care for indie games because they, in one way or another, they kind of suck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the ones on Steam that are decent, I don't really care for. But this one was on Xbox Live. And I don't use Xbox Live anymore, but when I did, this is, like, when they were first trying out, like, hey, we can put indie games on here, everybody can play them if they like them. This one that I found was called I Made a Game with Zombies in It. All words were capped. Made was spelled M-A-E-D. Zombies had a 5 in it. There were like ones and hidden within the exclamation points. The best part about it, like, as far as the game was concerned, it wasn't very good. It was like top down and really crappy controls or whatever. But that's not the point. The point is that it had a song that played throughout the entire time you were playing this game. And it broke the fourth wall in every way imaginable. And it went something like this. Welcome to my game. I put zombies in it. In my game. They come shambling out from the side. And it's really off key, just like that.
That's okay.
You better shoot them or you're gonna die. I made a game with zombies in it. Yeah.
That was good.
It's
It's
good.
wood.
Good.
It's very wood.
That was good.
It's wood.
I'd give it 3 out of 3.
Tree out of tree.
3 out of 3.
Tree out of tree.
And look, there goes a tree.
I just thought it was funny just because of the stupid lyrics.
Yes, it is quite funny.
Yes. But anyway, we're coming up on that time, so it's time to end off the show now.
Aww.
I know.
And I missed like 10 minutes from my computer throwing up.
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
But you're back.
No, I was just sitting here, and then my laptop goes. And I'm like, oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
And then I tried to turn it off, so I flipped it upside down to pull the battery out, and then the noise stopped. So I put it back up, opened up the screen, and I could still hear you guys talking as my computer's shutting down. I'm like, this is depressing.
There's a lot of things is good. This is not good.
Yeah, all the other that was not good part that happened.
That's not the good part. So anyway.
She was no legs.
So, oh, okay. For Wes. Kyle.
Translation: boobies.
Yeah.
Chewbacca call.
Erica.
Huh?
Erica.
Huh.
And Cassie.
Your newest expert in hentai porn.
Apparently.
Much octopus.
I'm not alone anymore.
Oh, that's good. Very good.
That's good.
That's good.
I'm your surrogate host, Casey. You're welcome, Internet.